Well, is breathing something you do? Is seeing something which you do? Is hearing something which you do? I mean, are you controlling your rods and cones in your retina to see? Are you controlling your eyes? I mean, no, you aren't. It is a happening. The fact is that nothing is in our control. Everything what is happening in this world, it happens. Your breathing is happening. Your thinking is happening. Your feelings are happening. Your hearing is happening. Your seeing is happening. The clouds are happening across the sky. The sky is happening blue. The sun is happening, shining. There is all this happening going around in this world. Our birth and death is also a happening. Whatever events are happening in our life, it just happens. You have no control over your happenings. You have no control over anything. Well, if you have no control over your breath, then do you think so you can have control over anything else? I mean, if we can't increase the breaths we breathe to extend our life, then what else is in our control? Nothing. I mean, if you don't have control over your life, death or life, then what is in your control? Nothing. To put it in another way, I want you to understand that you aren't doing things. You are being done. I repeat that you aren't doing things. You are being done. There is a bigger, supreme power in this universe who is controlling us. But that supreme power, God, is not gonna move his little finger to move the pieces around in this world. Hence, God installed planets in the universe. The sun, the moon, the stars, the constellations, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, etc., etc., etc. to control the things in this world. Hence this subject called astrology. Well, the fact of the matter is that we came from nothing and we are going towards nothing. We came from nowhere and we are going towards nowhere. We all have a return ticket in this world. We came from a source and we are gonna return back to our source. So at this point in time when Mars is in the Purvashada Nakshatra, you will realize that nothing is in your control. Everything which is happening is beyond your control. You aren't able to control the events. You aren't able to control your relationships. You aren't able to control the people in your life. You aren't able to control your situations and circumstances in your life at this juncture. And you would think that it is going haywire. Your life is going haywire. It is going astray. Well, the fact of the matter is, no one in this world is foolish. No one in this world is stupid. No one in this world is naive to harm himself or herself. It just happens. And on the other hand, nobody is smart enough to do his good, to make things happen in his or her life, to control his or her events in his or her life. Our life just happens. So don't underestimate yourself at this point in time. If things are going wrong, if things are going out of control, that doesn't mean you are stupid or foolish. Or if some things are going right in other people's life, they are earning money, they are getting all the things they want, that doesn't make them more intelligent than you are. It just happens. So when Mars is in the Purvashada Nakshatra, you will realize that nothing is in your control. And when you realize this, it is alright. It happens to everyone. It happens to every human being in this world. When they feel that things are not in their control, that doesn't mean that you are foolish or stupid. It just happens. Like you breathe, like you sleep, like you see or hear, that is also a happening. What is happening in this world is not in your control. It is in God's control. The pieces in our life are being moved by something bigger than us in this universe. So you need to accept that at this point in time, that At some point in time, you would feel that things are not in your control, and that is absolutely alright. Your time will come. Yes, your time will come to succeed. You will also become successful. You'll also become a winner someday. Well, you can't take over the universe and try to improve it. This universe is not in your control. Trying to control this leads to ruin. Trying to grasp, we lose. My point is that allow your life to unfold naturally. Well, everything is perfect in this world. Whatever happened, happened for the good. Whatever is happening for your good only. Whatever will happen for your good. Well, if you go back in your past, you will realize that whatever happened for the good. Yes, I want you to think this for a moment. Whatever happened, the good, the bad, the ugly, has prepared you for now. Well, I was just talking about your perfect life. You see, when you breathe in, you breathe out. Isn't this something perfect? So in life, there is a time for being behind and a time for being ahead. A time for being in motion and a time for being in rest. A time for being vigorous and a time for getting exhausted. There is a time for being in danger and there is a time for being safe. And all of life is a journey towards perfection. So if you aren't able to control the things at this point in time when Mars is in the Purvashada Nakshatra, let them happen. Let them happen naturally in your life. Let life unfold naturally at this point in time. Because you never know what's gonna happen in the future. What would be the result of your misfortune and what would be the result of your fortune? Nobody knows that. So keep on working at this point in time. Keep doing the things which you are supposed to do at this point in time. Don't control anyone. Don't control your life. Don't control your relationships. Don't control the events which are happening in your life. Because you won't be able to do that. I mean, don't try to control these things. The key word here is try. What you can do at this point in time is remain conscious, remain aware of your life and do the things which you can consciously do. You know, sometimes in our life, our misfortune can lead us to a fortune and our fortune can lead us to a misfortune. Well, let me share with you a very interesting story. Well, there was a farmer and a son living in a village, and one day his horse, the farmer's horse, ran away. The farmer's horse got lost. So all the neighbors came around in the evening and told that farmer, "It's really bad what has happened. Your horse has run away." And the farmer said, "Maybe." The very next day, the horse which had run away came with 7 wild horses. And the neighbors came around in the evening and congratulated the farmer that now that farmer had 8 horses. The neighbors said that this is a great thing which has happened. And the farmer again said, "Maybe." The next day, the farmer's son tried to tame one of the horses and he was thrown away. He got injured and he broke his leg. I mean, the farmer's son broke his leg. The neighbors as usual came around and told that farmer that it is really terrible what has happened to his son, the farmer's son. And the farmer once again said, "Maybe." Next day, some conscription officers came in that village looking around for some people for the army. And those officers rejected the farmer's son for the army because the farmer's son had a broken leg. All the neighbors came around again in the evening and said, "Isn't it wonderful that your son didn't get chosen for the army?" And the farmer said, "Maybe." So you see, you never know what would be the consequences and results of a misfortune. And you never know what would be the results and consequences of a fortune. So whatever happens at this point in time, embrace it. You need to embrace whatever happens to you at this point in time, and you need to remember that nothing is within your control. What is in your control is that if you have life within you, you need to wake up and work. Well, dream as if you are gonna live forever and work as if you are gonna die today. So, at this point in time, do what is required, what you are supposed to do. Do the things which is in your control. If you wake up in the morning, you need to start working. Don't worry about the consequences. Don't worry about the results. They are not in your hand. Well, if you do what you can, God will do what you can't. You never know what's gonna happen in the future. All you can do when you are alive is to work. Well, trust no future, however pleasant. Let the past bury its dead. Work in the living present, with heart within and God overhead. Well, pray as if everything depends upon God, but work as if everything depends upon you. So at this point in time, you need to work as well as pray. Don't expend your time worrying. You need to be a warrior at this point in time because you are a born winner. God wants you to win in your life. And a warrior isn't afraid to die. And when that fear of death is extinguished from your life, then magic can happen in this world. Magic can happen for you in this world. If you don't fear in your life, then you can become a winner every time. Well, if you do a thing and you think about the worst possible outcome that could happen to you, and then you move forward with that particular work, that particular goal, that particular dream, then you can emerge a winner every time because you know that would be the worst possible outcome you can have. In other words, you prepare yourself for the worst mentally. Well, ultimately, we are all gonna die. So why not do something good on this planet Earth before we die? Why not utilize every moment in our life to do something good for yourself and for others? That would be a wonderful feeling for you. That would be a wonderful life to live. Create more experiences in your life. Well, life is like a vacation. No one wants to end that vacation. But what you can do in that vacation is that you can click more pictures, you can see more places, you can have more experiences. And I would go a step further and tell you that make your work as if it is a vacation. Make your life as if it is a vacation so that you never feel that you need a vacation. Do what you love, and that would be the biggest vacation of your life. Well, this is all I wanted to tell you all about Mars in Purvashada Nakshatra. If you want some specific predictions about yourself, then you are most welcome to contact me. If you want to plan your life through astrology and numerology, if you want a solution to your problem, if you want me to pray for you, because prayer can move mountains. So if you want all these things and more from me, if you want to live the best version of yourself, then you are most welcome to contact me. My WhatsApp number has been given on this video. You may contact me over my WhatsApp number. And this is all I wanted to tell you all in this video. And here I want to end this video. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma Kali.